Stick to what you know how to do best. That's talking to that and sign checks. Yeah. Leave the rest on me, Daddy.
Up goes Blanchard.
My hard-earned tax money.
1, 2, 3. Guaranteed victory.
It's always you, Brett.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
A lot of things I want to get off my chest.
We are wrestling old school versus new school podcast. We're live, pal. What is up? We are wrestling maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, new school, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What's going on, everybody? Phil McManus, the voice of the faithful, a.k.a. the motherfucking old guy who's going with the old school shit. And, I mean, today my intro is a little longer than Donnie's for once. I mean, that's pretty crazy to me because you usually talk so much about yourself, bro. But it's okay.
Oh, dude, I fucking love myself, man.
I
feel like that's why. I feel like that's why, like, you and I relate so much because we both fucking love, like, ourselves.
Oh, bro, absolutely, dude. We're both pretty. It's one of those things. Pretty privileged. It's a real thing.
Pretty privileged.
Pretty privileged, man. We're pretty
yes,
privileged.
Sir. But to all the We Are Wrestling maniacs out there worldwide, if you are a part of the live, we want you guys to interact with us down in the comment section below. This is the very first time for old school versus new school. We're doing a live episode. This was Phil's idea, and man, I am ready for it. So if you're not a We Are Wrestling maniac yet already over on the YouTube channel, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, we recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course you already know, the grind is real.
Are we done?
Yes, I think we are done. I think
okay,
you said that your intro is a little longer than mine, so I had to make sure mine was just a little bit longer.
I guess it's like the size for you, and that's fine, man. I'm good with that. I'm good with the performance. So, like, I'll use performance over your size.
All right. I appreciate that. So, we got Alex Johnson here in the chat. Triple H announced today that the winner of the King and Queen of the Ring will receive a world title shot of their respected brands at SummerSlam.
Wow. That kind of changes things. It kind of makes it a little bit more important. And, I mean, I don't see anyone I don't see anyone taking the belt off of Cody for a while. So it'll be interesting to see the Damian Priest route with who wins now.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I know Ben and I, we actually just talked about it recently on the We Are Wrestling podcast, which will be coming out tomorrow. But we're not going to have you wait for my opinion on this. I think that this is a great move. I just wish that Triple H made the announcement a little bit sooner. Like, why are we getting this announcement 2 days before King and Queen of the Ring? This should have been advertised in the beginning.
More of an incentive for people to watch, like, hey, the winner gets a title shot, not just the privilege of being called king or queen. So it would give it more of like a special attraction feel and make the pay-per-view feel a little more than just a mid-pay-per-view. You know, they've tried to resurrect King of the Ring how many times now? And I'll be honest, I mean, I think the last great King of the Ring was probably King Booker. I mean, Baron Corbin did a pretty good job, but there really had, I mean, Xavier Woods, like, dude, it became like a little gimmick thing, man. Like when back in the day when Austin elevated it, it meant something, man, for a little while, but then it just went the wayside. And we haven't really had anyone like Booker T or Austin who won the King of the Ring, in my opinion, that really just elevated the name King of the Ring and made it something.
And that's like what I've been saying all week long on We Are Wrestling First Class Week. I pretty much have just been saying that. Like, King of the Ring back in the day, it felt like it was pretty much like a catapult. You got on that launching pad, and they launched you to the moon. Like, we got that still Austin 316 promo out of it. Brock Lesnar wins King of the Ring, Rookie of the Year. Ken Shamrock wins it in 1998. Like, it actually meant something back in the day. And, like, sometimes the King gimmick works, but when you do it just repeatedly, having Corbin win it, and then you have Xavier Woods win it, and then you have Zelina Vega doing it, like, it just gets old. Like, we've already seen it 100 times already.
You don't need to make your gimmick that you're a king after winning King of the Ring. Treat it more like a tournament win. And that's something that, like, I can't believe I'm going to say this, that AEW does better than WWE, is with their tournament style stuff, the belts actually, like, work that way. That works. Now, do I like that format? No. I think it should be a special once in a while occasion type thing, not a every week, like every other fucking pay-per-view thing. That's why King of the Ring used to work. And I mean, if you did it like that, where the winner is the King of the Ring, they don't wear the stupid fucking hat, like sit in the chair. Like, we're past that, man. We're in a new era. Like, so hopefully that era changes that. But I mean, I don't see if Gunther or anyone like that wins King of the Ring, them doing a silly fucking King gimmick. So it all depends on who wins, if they need it or not, in my opinion. Like, if you have a goofy character win it, you're fucked. You're going to have a stupid thing that means nothing the rest of the year and a throwaway world title match.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I want King of the Ring to actually matter, because I miss back in the day, like, when we had the pay-per-views, the Premier Live events, where the whole show was built around the King of the Ring tournament. I'm sick
one
of
night tournament, man. Yeah.
Dude, I am sick of watching Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, and they're just throwing these random matches in there. I want storylines, and I think that's why these World Heavyweight Championship runs with Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest haven't been as good as they could be, because they're they're trying to waste as much time as possible as filler shows by having these King of the Ring tournaments. And I'm going to be honest, I have not been invested in it. I really haven't, which is why reactions haven't came out on the We Are Wrestling channel.
There's nothing to react
I can't sit there and react to a fucking King of the Ring qualifying match.
No, and that's the thing, man. It feels... I haven't watched Raw all the way through. I mean, I've watched it in fast forward the next morning. I've watched SmackDown the same exact way, man. It's after Mania season, you have the Raw after Mania, and you usually have that big moment, and you get excited about big things happening. We didn't really get a huge one either, other than Dragunov. You know what I mean?
Or you're like getting like debuts and stuff. Like, you'll get the vignettes and they'll build up new stars. But instead, there's just really lazy booking. And
for me, to finish that thought, what I think is I think that, like, this year specifically, that Mania was such a fucking crazy good buildup, that it was such entertaining television, that you had everyone pretty much who was involved with that go down and stop being on TV right after it.
What's going on, Odd Men? Don, the winners get a title shot, W decision. Absolutely. As you were saying, Phil?
I mean, honestly, it feels like it's all not just rushed, but just put together fucking foolishly. And it's
I think Alex Johnson pretty much said this right here. I agree with him on this one. Becky Lynch's promos have been extremely repetitive for a while. I think the term is repetitive. Like, they're really just not doing anything that's, like, generally getting us excited. Like, we're not, like, man, like, the build up to WrestleMania was so hot.
That's what I was talking about. Marijuana.
They had the opportunity after Mania to keep picking up that momentum, but instead they just did some little tournament, determine who's going to be a number one contender for the championships, and gave us nothing. Like, AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes, they should have continued that story.
They should have kept that going. Friggin', but like, you had Seth Rollins go down. Roman Reigns is off TV. The Rock left. Like, we had the new bloodline shit with Solo Sikoa talking about winning and how winning matters. Yet the man lost like 138 fucking matches to him.
After beating John Cena at Crown Jewel, that was the last time.
Yeah. Like,
and then he started losing all the way until recent.
Am I stoked about Tama Tonga? Yeah, that's great. I'm glad he's fucking here,
man. Oh, I love the presentation. of him. And I do like the new
Absolutely, dude.
bloodline.
I do, but like it's just like nothing feels special yet, dude.
But give us more.
Yeah,
More.
oh, dude,
That's what we
need more. We need more. Like that's the problem is I don't feel.
What is
as
going on,
excited
Nath
after
Daniel? Hope you're having a good day here. We're live for old school versus new school. And then he also said here, my double or nothing prediction, Adam Copeland retains and Swerve retains. I think Malachi is going to win the title.
I think Malachi's going to win the title too, man.
Ooh, I think King and Queen pay-per-view Becky beats Liv Morgan. Better not happen. Liv needs that championship right now. Ben and I, when we talked about this in the predictions, we both have never been on the same page within the same sentence. And both me and him said at the same exact time, Liv, she doesn't want the championship. She needs the championship. Now,
we need a good heel.
She needs
champion.
the belt.
We need a good heel champion for the women's brand. Becky is just oversaturated. Give her the break so we can miss her. Like, we need to miss Becky Lynch for it to matter again. We're a little oversaturated with Becky. You have a great women's division on Raw. Have Liv lead it until Rhea comes back.
And that's the thing, too. Like, I will say one thing, though, about Becky. I will compliment something. I really like the Budweiser-inspired gear that she's been wearing since WrestleMania.
That's very fucking true, dude. The walking Budweiser can.
The walking Budweiser can. But all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there, feel free to just comment down below any questions you guys have. Phil and I, we're basically shooting the shit for this month's episode of Old School versus New School. And we're just having a good time.
We're just going to see what happens, really, man. It's one of those things where, like, wrestling right now is fun. It's a good boom period, man. Like, we're at a very big boom period in wrestling where people have more eyes on it than there's been in years. And we have new stars emerging. We have new leaders of the company. We have the whole fucking, like, TKO shit. So it really does feel like this is a brand new school. So old school now, I mean, dude, in my opinion, you look at Ruthless Aggression era, that's almost hitting old school territory, dude.
Yeah, man, like the times are just coming in, and I think I'm starting to become an old guy, just like you.
It's weird, man. Like,
man, I think soon we're gonna have to add Cam, our youngest We Are Wrestling member, to the show, and he's gonna have to represent new school, while you and I'm middle school. You're old school.
Hey, fucking men, dude. Absolutely, dude. Like, let's bring him on here and hear his little brain tell us all his little thoughts.
Oh man, I can already like imagine like Cam, he's gonna be putting over Velveteen Dream, he's gonna be putting over Sullivan, he's gonna be putting over all those guys, all the new guys. Well, especially Gable Steveson. He doesn't know who Kurt Angle is. That's how new school he is.
Wait. He doesn't know who Kurt Angle is?
Nah, I'm just stirring the pot. Obviously, I would hope he knows who Kurt Angle is. He doesn't know who Kurt Angle is, Phil. We're going to have to kick him off. We Are Wrestling.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, Kurt Angle, dude. Man, who was it that called him? Was it Jericho that called him Kirk Angel?
There was a sign that was out in the crowd, and someone had, I think it was like Perk Gable.
No, dude. I'm talking. There was a time in wrestling. Someone out there remembers like I do. I think it was Jericho, and he was purposely like misnaming people to be a dick back in like the early odds. He used to call him Kirk Angel. I think it was Jericho, but it was fucking hilarious, dude. Another funny moment like that I love, my favorite one of all time, was watching Santino Marella break John Cena. The first time he called him John Cena.
Oh my dude, Santino was so underrated, dude. Like all the comedy segments with him were golden. I feel like the 24/7 title, if they had like a Santino Marella with like R-Truth and like Drake Maverick, and they had a couple more like comedy people, it could have actually worked, I think. Because at first they had the momentum, but then after like they got rid of Drake Maverick in like the picture, it just went to shit.
Well, I mean, in my old school opinion, the 24/7 title's entire run was shit.
No. You have to admit, like the first like month, the segments were actually pretty funny with like the hotel scene with Drake and R-Truth,
bro,
the wedding,
I don't
airplane.
know, man. Like, funny side note. the guy who played the stripper in that, our very own friend CPA.
I do remember that now. Yes, CPA.
Our very good friend CPA from Blitzkrieg Pro, man.
We
who
got
had the
Jessica
luau
in here,
on
one of
June
our day
29th.
one maniacs. Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Well, happy Thursday to you, Jess. I hope you're having a great day because you know we are always having a good time.
Okay, time out, Donnie. Donnie, you were so fucking close to being on the there, and you dropped the ball, and I got to pull it out. Because God knows we are. You should have paused and said wrestling, dude. Because you really fucking had it. Because
Dude, my brain. Dude, I'm going to be completely honest with you. My brain this week during first class has been just scrambled all over the place. Like, I've been botching all week long. Because here's what happened, Phil. So, like, in case any of the maniacs have been hiding under a rock or you just haven't checked out the content, which highly recommend you do, we did a predictions for King and Queen of the Ring on Tuesday. And SmackDown, Ben and I, we totally botched the Queen of the Ring, the finals, because I thought that Jade Cargill on SmackDown beat Nia Jax, but Nia Jax won. So Ben and I went on this whole rant about Jade Cargill being the Queen of the Ring. So that was our first botch. Then Double or Nothing predictions. Ricky and I, Ricky knows best. We record them in person because Ricky doesn't really have a setup. So my thing that was catching both our audios on our microphones didn't freaking get anything, dude. Didn't record nothing. My files got corrupted. So
dude,
Ricky's quality is super low.
It was a full fucking moon this week too, man. So like, I don't know, man. I've had some weird shit happen this week too, dude. Like, as you know, in personal shit, like, what the fuck? Fucking, it's that full moon fucking week, man. Let's see what's going on out there for everyone else. I mean, is anyone else having weird shit happen?
Woo! Ooh, Alex Johnson in here. What do you think about Natalia and Carmen Petrovich team in NXT?
Take the lead, buddy.
You take the lead. I don't even know who the hell is Carmen.
Bro, are we volleying a fucking bots that neither of us watch NXT? Like, bro, yeah. What do I think of that team? Ready? So here we go. I'm just gonna freestyle this. And what's the guy's name again? Bring it up.
Alex Johnson.
And no, not him, dude. What's the guy? Carmella? What? Kamala?
Carmen. It's
no. Let me go. So we got Natalia and Kamala Harris as a team in NXT, dude. That's fucking wild. I really like the idea of them turning up. I know they bring celebrities in sometimes to elevate their brand. So bringing in Kamala Harris, I mean, dude, you're going to get a whole new set of eyes. And working with a veteran like Natalia, great.
I just realized something. They're bringing in Sexy Red so we can get a freaking celebrity match.
What the fuck is the Sexy Red?
I don't know. Some fucking hip-hop artist or something.
Is it Mike and Ike's, dude? Because those things are Sexy Red, man. You give me red Mike and Ike's, I will eat those shits all fucking night.
All fucking day. I hope Natalia, in all seriousness, once her contract's up, I really hope that she leaves. She deserves so much better.
I'll just say K.
She's way too, dude. She's way too talented to be sitting in catering.
She is, dude. Okay, but like, all right? So people out there, whoever watches after, do you ever just have that one wrestler that you just fucking hate for no goddamn good reason?
Ben, Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's me with 99 Heart.
Me, Ilya Dragunov.
Really?
Dude, I think that he's such a great professional wrestler in the ring, but that's it. There's nothing else to it. I don't care for him fucking sitting there coming out to his entrance doing...
Oh, Donnie, I want the rest of the episode. You just do that. That was great.
Yeah, somebody's going to make a fucking GIF, whatever you call those things.
A GIF? What the fuck is it? It's a GIF.
A GIF?
Peanut butter?
Peanut butter and...
know what it is. The peanut butter and GIF sandwich. I personally like, my favorite GIF, dude, is this kid dressed to the nines as a cowboy. And he does this spin and he shoots these fucking cowboy guns, dude. Like, he's the motherfucking pimp of the internet, man. Like, I mean, we can find it and put it on here later, maybe, like, or put it in the comments. Like,
Double or nothing. I think Hangman's gonna be freaking doing a little spin.
oh,
Sheriff's back in town.
Ready. Here's how pumped I am for Double or Nothing. Is he on the card?
I think he's gonna show up.
Okay, so he's not on the card.
He's not on the card, but I think that he's gonna help the Elite win Anarchy in the arena. And I think that he's gonna go on a monster heel run. I think that he's gonna beat Swerve for the championship at All In.
Dude, that's actually like really good writing, so it probably won't happen. Like, because that sounds like the right thing to do. Like yeah, dude.
It is the right thing to do, but they never listen.
That's the whole fucking point, dude. Like, sweet. Oh, that's an idea? Okay, so what you want me to do is have him fight Keith Lee and have fucking, let's buy your new toy. Let's have EC3 as the referee. They'll love that. And then we're going to have a new champion. Oh, shit, I can't do this. I'm going to be quiet.
Or we're going to have Orange Cassidy as the referee because he can just keep his hands in his pockets.
Oh, my God, dude. No, I got to stop.
Man.
Ready? Hold on. I love AEW. I love the company. I think Tony Khan's a genius.
There you go.
Okay, cool. I got it out.
How the hell do you do that with like the effects? I see you always be doing that in the old school when we're recording.
What?
Is it like some like app you have on your phone? I saw like a little like thing like on the side of you, like a little bubble.
Bro, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. That's just magic. It's the magic of the internet.
The magic of the internet. Oh, man.
Oh, look at that.
Nate Daniel, I hope Adam Copeland and Christian Cage reunite for a good tag team run. How would you feel about them reuniting?
I mean, I love ENC, dude. I mean, the 5-second pose back in the day, TLC matches, dude, like, they were great. Maybe like a one tap. I don't think they need to do it personally, and if they did do it, what I would like would them to be out of AEW at that point and either do it back home in WWE one more time or go to NJPW and do fucking Wrestle Kingdom. I'd love to see Edge do Wrestle Kingdom. That's the Edge that I want to see.
Honestly, like, I wouldn't mind seeing Adam and Christian at Wrestle Kingdom. I think that would be pretty cool. But honestly, I do see AEW definitely having these two down the line reunite. But I think right now, with how great Adam Copeland's doing with this TNT championship and how great Christian Cage is doing as a heel right now, as a perfect first opponent for Swerve, which I did make a hot take. I think I'm going to say this, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not, but I think Swerve Strickland, he's having a better world championship run than Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest right now. As of right now.
I agree.
May 23rd.
I agree with you. I will say that Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles put on a fucking banger. But like,
of course.
It's been boring as shit for both sides. I think Swerve, from what I've seen, and I mainly watch clips right now, Swerve's just like, he's had the audience on a ride for a while. Cody's momentum went all the way into Mania. Fuck, dude, I was there in the crowd. Like, everyone fucking lost it. The next night, we were good. A week later, we're all fucking bored. It's just, It's so fucking weird, man. But like, we went, usually after Mania, you have that big Raw after Mania. Then you have a little climb. Then you get stagnant for a while until SummerSlam. We went from Raw after Mania to fucking stagnant instantly, in my opinion.
But that's the thing, though. Like, the reason why Swerve right now, it's working is because he's going against an established heel.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Christian. And Cody Rhodes, they need to be putting him in a storyline with an established heel.
But
AJ Styles is fantastic, but what has he done since coming back? You had him lose to LA Knight at WrestleMania, and then what? He wins a little tournament, and then he gets a title shot. He deserved a solid 3-month storyline with Cody. They should have been wrestling at least 2 or 3 PLEs.
Absolutely. I agree with you 1,000,000% because
they both were a part of Bullet Club.
Yeah.
There's a story. You have the Good Brothers.
Here you go writing good shit again there, Donnie. But it's one of those things where, like, you get so excited, like, oh, maybe they'll do this, and then they don't, and you get pissed, and you remember why you hate being a wrestling fan and love being a wrestling fan sometimes, but realize we're all just selfish pricks. Like, we want what we want, But like, just be happy it's fucking on, dude. Like, I mean, the pandemic was one of the worst fucking goddamn like eras for wrestling. But I mean, I'll say this: AEW during the pandemic, dude, that shit got me through it. Like the Daily's Place shows when they started having the people around the ring.
So good.
Bro, that was the AEW that I was like, I'm buying a shirt. Like, I'll support this company. Like, they're fucking killing it.
Also,
But
like AEW Dark was really good too because we got to see a lot of independent wrestlers get opportunities.
Dude,
and then later on, one of our buddies, Platinum Max Caster, he got signed to a deal, and now he's in one of the most popular tag teams that they don't know what to fucking do with him. Smart Mark Sterling got an opportunity, and now he's doing stuff on Ring of Honor, and he's having a very successful run over there. So, man, like what AEW did in Daily's Place, I feel like that's what we need to get with AEW moving forward. Give us some more independent guys. Like, I would love to see, I saw in like Boston, TJ Crawford. He got an opportunity. Bryce Donovan. Two very talented guys. And I feel like AEW just needs to, like, wherever they are, just continue bringing in these guys, except don't need to do the squash matches. Actually showcase them and actually give them an opportunity.
Here's my main issue with the way they're operating their television show is there's no investment or build-up, in my opinion, to 90% of the show, and you can't attract a casual viewer. If you miss 1 week, you're not going to understand why these people are fighting each other. But then again, neither does fucking Tony Khan, in my opinion. It's just putting together, I think these two will work good matches, and it buries people. And it's like a kid, I've said this before, like 7-8 months ago. It's like a kid with toys on the playground just going, I got this one. Ah, fuck it. Now I got this one. Ah, fuck it. Now I got this one. There's so much talent on that roster that's wasted that it's a shame.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like, Woody, like fucking poor Woody gets thrown away, dude. But like,
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Dude, there you fucking go, man. Exactly.
Pretty much. And it's so unfortunate too. It is. But I always say, like, even WWE, they do it too. Like, there's people that are sitting in catering, not really doing much. Obviously, AEW has bigger stars, which is why I think AEW gets more shit for it than WWE.
Because they don't know what to do with their time. And like they're not building. We're used to like the theater aspect of wrestling as much. And AEW does that a little bit, and they're more in that tournament style as of late. It's like a big fusion between NJPW type shit and fucking like old school Attitude Era type shit, which it works, but it doesn't counteract to the casual fan. And that's the thing, dude. Like, come this time of year, up until SummerSlam, then up until Rumble season, then Mania season, like, and for them, like Double or Nothing, all in. But then again, I'm saying like these pay-per-views haven't felt exciting to me in a long time. But like, it's casual fan time. And dude, you can't keep the regular fans watching right now because we're kind of like, it's all right, you know?
I will say this, as a AEW viewer who watches the shows consistently, I will say from Dynasty, ever since they wrote Tony Khan off to Double or Nothing, I think the build-ups for Double or Nothing have actually been really decent. I think Malachi Black, him and Adam Copeland, great storyline. Swerve and Christian, I love how personal they're getting, and it makes sense because Christian with Nick Wayne, that's like his kid. And with what happened last year with Swerve and AR attacking him in his own gym for Christian to get revenge for Nick Wayne, makes sense. And then having the Elite take over, I think, has just been something fresh, something new. But I do hope that they pick up the momentum like after Double or Nothing, because I'm not worried about Double or Nothing being bad because all the pay-per-views are great. But now what I worry about is like what's going to happen on Dynamite Wednesday after Double or Nothing. Are we going to continue the momentum, or are we going to just play matchmaker?
I'll say this, dude. Like what you just said, yeah, that sounds great. But to my point, I've become a casual fan. I wouldn't have known all that was happening, and I haven't heard people talking about it. So how am I watching it? And that's fair. The problem. That is the problem. I agree.
You know
what you said sounded.
Jeremy cool. Leary, what's going on, brother? Hope everything's going well.
What's up, Jer?
Which, by the way, too, We Are Wrestling, we will be sponsoring the Blitzkrieg Luau on June 29th. And it's going to be one of the biggest shows of the year. So, guys, if you're in the Western Mass area, Enfield, Connecticut, Pierogi Hall, come out to Blitzkrieg. I think they're the best independent wrestling show company right now, and everybody else is not even close.
Dude, tickets went on sale this Wednesday, man. If I'm correct, we only have a few left for second row. First row's sold out. Third row's close. We're looking at a major sellout with this one, man. This year's Luau is going to be off the charts, man. The energy in that place is going to be nuts. Our second show back home in Enfield. And, I mean, you saw how the crowd was for the last one, Donnie. I mean, our main event, we're looking like CPA and TJ Crawford. Is like, that's a big moment, man. That's a Daniel Bryan moment almost maybe in the making.
Man, it really is. And I feel like CPA, it's his time. I'm really hoping he gets it. But one of the Blitzkrieg faithfuls, one of the day ones, Alan, one of the big fans here, he even posted over on Twitter saying that about the whole front row being sold out. He says it's insane considering that myself, I'm not going to be there. A couple of the faithfuls that go to all the Blitzkrieg shows aren't going to be there. And the fact that, man, like, this is looking to be one of the biggest Blitzkrieg shows of all time. And
Absolutely.
man, I feel like people are starting to realize now that Blitzkrieg, man, they're really one of the best independent companies in this area. And if you're missing out, all I got to say is, sucks to be you.
Absolutely, man. And I mean, we welcome anyone to come to the shows with open arms and just
First
see
and
the
second row are
consistency.
sold out, over 100 sold in 24 hours.
Look at that, dude, right there.
Love it.
Right there.
Absolutely love it. But Alex Johnson, what do y'all think about Liv Morgan?
Does that count? I like it, dude. I like the Dom issue, dude. I like the way that they're going to move this into, like, Rhea probably with, like, Dom and Liv doing a thing maybe. I love that tease. And I dig heel champions, especially on the fucking Raw brand. For some reason, heel champions are always so much more fun, dude. She's had, like, a couple really good runs. She's had some bad runs, man. But here's my problem with Liv. I think she's great chasing the title. Then she doles out when she gets the title. But this version of her, this heel version of her they're making, because she put mommy on the shelf, dude, I think this heel version, she'll elevate the title with her. And I think she'll actually do a really good job as the brand champion.
Yeah, with her, like, I have to agree with you, though. It's like pretty much like she gets on top of the mountain when she wins the championship. Then she goes down. Then she goes back up. It's a roller coaster, literally, with her run. And I feel like right now is her time to win the championship. And I hope that she takes everything away from Rhea so that when Rhea comes back, she's got vengeance and she wants to get revenge. And right there, one of the big 5 PLEs, right there, that's a money-making match right there.
Oh, absolutely, dude. And dude, I'm
Liv
so
rules,
here.
wish she got the strap. Definitely.
I'm so here for when Rhea comes back to have that, like, menacing Austin type feel, dude. Where, like, she's not a heel, she's not a face, she's just fucking there to dominate, dude. I think this is going to be the Rhea to watch when she comes back, and she's already done so much. But if Liv goes into this, wins that title, and they keep doing this storyline the way they're doing with Dom and her taking everything, like you said, that could lead into a fucking phenomenal match. But, dude, fuck that. Make that the main event of the PLE, because that would be main event worthy.
And that's the thing, too. Like, when it's all said and done, man, like, one thing I really love about this Triple H era in WWE is you have to pay attention to little details that are going on in the background. And it reminds me so much of the Attitude Era, because they really wanted you to pay attention with your eyes glued to the television from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And I feel like WWE, they're really trying to bring that back, which I love. Because I love what they're doing with Liv. Like, during Raw, she, like, got out of the car with Finn. I thought that was great. Because then it has everybody talking. Like, just in general, like, you see something in the background, somebody's going to screenshot it, post it on Twitter, and then everybody's going to talk about it.
Yeah, it's water cooler talk wrestling, man. And that's the cool part. And that's what the Attitude Era was, man. Like, you had all those little Easter eggs that they threw out there. It was like the birth of a new form of wrestling. And that's what the Attitude Era was. It transitioned from like crazy bad fucking early 90s shit that had some great matches and great workers, but the transition was insane. I mean, we could thank Steve Austin for that, really. Bret Hart for that. Like, that shit fucking changed wrestling, dude. Like, their WrestleMania 13 match is probably like, I know it's in my top 5 of all time.
Oh, it's so iconic, especially like that was like the first time like they really gave color.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
And I feel like that's like when they went from like the cartoon stuff to World Wrestling Federation, and we got the Attitude Era.
Absolutely,
we got the scratch logo.
And that's the thing, dude. The Attitude Era I think this is like unpopular opinion, maybe. I think the Ruthless Aggression Era had better matches. The Attitude Era had better storylines.
No, I totally agree with that statement. I think, like, I always say this, like, when it comes to like old school wrestling, obviously back in the day, like the 80s that you grew up watching, larger than life characters.
Yep.
But the matches to me felt a little too slow. Then it picks up in the 90s. And pretty much, it's getting a little better. But then we get into the Attitude Era, and obviously the storylines just take off. Larger than life characters. The pace picks up. Then we get into Ruthless Aggression, and I feel like that's when the pace, to me, was just right.
Well, here's the deal, dude. Like, one thing you miss in saying all that is what ECW did between that with bringing in the Lucha Stars from Mexico and AAA, your Rey Mysterios, your Eddie Guerreros, bringing in other guys like Dean Malenko, Steve Austin getting his fucking start there. The promo that he did there, man, like, you want to watch a fucking promo? Watch Steve Austin and ECW. Just look at a camera for 3 minutes and spit fucking gold. Like, it's fucking nuts.
That's like really where we got the Steve Austin character. Dude, it was ECW.
That they let him fucking be, and it was fucking brilliant. And Paul Heyman, what he did with ECW, he put on those fucking matches, dude, that took, ready, WCW, the Cruiserweight division, ECW. Fucking, like, Attitude Era, ECW. Like, it really stemmed from that. And then after that, once the Attitude Era was there, to get to Ruthless Aggression, do you know what did that? A little company called Ring of Honor. Because Ring of Honor was putting on these banger fucking matches, dude. Then they became kind of like the new ECW. Then you had TNA. When TNA came out.
Oh, I loved old school TNA.
Old school TNA was fucking phenomenal, man. And you had the company built by guys like Christopher Daniels, dude, AJ Styles. Once they did that X Division shit, Samoa Joe, it's Alex Shelley, fucking Chris Sabin. Like, some of the best workers on the planet came out of that era. And we look at Ruthless Aggression like, dude, there was great matches there, but like, if it wasn't for ECW, we wouldn't have had the Attitude Era. And if it wasn't for Ring of Honor and TNA, we wouldn't have had Ruthless Aggression. And we wouldn't have the wrestling we know and love today. And I mean, I really like independent wrestling, like looking at some of the best matches on the indies, dude. That's what I love about the goddamn indies, is you're watching matches that feel like NJPW. They feel like you're watching old school Ring of Honor. They feel like old school TNA. It's like you're a tape collector.
And you're getting a little bit of everything, which is what I love about the indies, man. It's what a time to be a pro wrestling fan. We got Sean in here. What's going on? We also got a We Are Wrestling member over on our YouTube page. Angelo, we got Angelo here. Sup, guys? My bad. I'm so late. It's all good. We're still here. And we also got Jeremy in the comments here. My hot take for current WWE, and I'm not even kidding or trying to be funny. Push Tozawa.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That'd be fucking great. That'd be hysterical and good. He's such a good fucking worker, man. I love Tozawa.
Oh, dude, the stuff that he did on 205 Live was so good. And I will say, like, I'm happy that he's still getting solid television time despite it being a comedy act. I think that they definitely need to showcase his work more in the ring. And I know they have this new thing. It's called WWE Speed. They should be putting him on Speed. Well, with how fast and like how great he is in the ring.
We went to a house show in Springfield. Leary was there, where they had this thing where Omos came out, dude, and wanted to be like put down or taken down for like 10 grand or something with MVP. And Tozawa came out and challenged him for it. And dude, it was fucking hilarious. It was great. That's the kind of shit that you could do as a throwaway moment on TV. They could build this character. I mean, They test shit at house shows, so hopefully maybe they bring something like that out eventually with him. But that's a cool hot take, man. Yeah, he's a great fucking worker.
I will say, I think once he turns on Chad Gable, I think that I could see like a similar like 1-2-3 kid upset on Razor Ramon.
I see, dude. Know who I see, dude? I see Tajiri right there, man. I see a new modern day fucking Tajiri type push, and that would be dope. That would be really good.
Yes, sir. And we got Alex Johnson, Liv Morgan officially turned heel this past Monday on Raw. Hell yeah. We got Danny Huckins. What's going on? Hope everything's going Danny? Good. And we got Angelo here. Akira should have won the speed title, and he could have carried it with him. I mean, Ricochet, don't even carry it with him. Yeah, it's a great way to put over their new championship. They don't even have them carrying it around.
I don't even know what it looks like.
To be honest with you, I know what it looks like, and it's kind of mid. Like, yeah. I think the speed thing would work better, in my opinion, if it was 5-minute matches, not 3 minutes. Because I feel like 3 minutes is just not enough. Like, you're having like these matches all over the world, independents, AEW, WWE, that are going on more than like 10 minutes. And with the speed championship, it's just weird to see like a match happen in like 3 minutes and then the outcome happens and that's that.
Yeah.
I think 5 minutes would be a better time.
It feels weird in a way. Because when you watch a match that's longer, and you're like, okay, this all lasted from that. But like you then put on a 3-minute quick as you go spectacular, hitting these same moves, but quicker and getting up faster. It kind of takes away from the illusion of what they're doing, in my opinion.
Exactly. And I feel like they should just honestly bring back the cruiserweights. Like, you don't need to label it as like a 205 live. They don't need their own show. Just bring them back like you did during Ruthless Aggression. Like what WCW did. Like the first hour of like their show on Nitro would be nothing but cruiserweights.
Dude, those are some of the best fucking shows too, man. Like, I'm going to say, dude, Dean Malenko, Ultimo Dragon, Chavo Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero, Das Wonder Kid, Alex Wright even, dude. Like, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera, bro. Rey Mysterio.
Chris Jericho.
WCW's cruiserweight division was like handpicked from a wrestling god. There were so many matches that were fucking great, and there were so many they never got to have. Like, I remember going to Slamboree in Worcester, dude, and they had the 30-man Luchador Battle Royal, dude. And it was where Dean Malenko came out dressed as, like, this pumpkin guy. And it was ended up being him at the end to win it.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was like when he was feuding with Chris Jericho, right?
Yeah.
For the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yep. Dude.
Those were some really good segments.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, they really had the strongest cruiserweight.
And it's crazy because they have really good cruiserweights. And one thing, too, like, if you pay attention to TNA Wrestling, one of their highlights has always been the X Division. Even when nobody was talking about Impact, the X Division was always a positive, no matter what. So, like, man, WWE, like, come on, let's get the cruiserweights going. You guys have some fantastic stars.
Absolutely. And that's the problem. They've never been able to have a cruiserweight, light heavyweight type title and make it mean something. Because, see, that's what WCW, TNA has done successfully in the fact that the cruiserweight stars felt larger than life, but you didn't look at them as, like, just mid-card compared to these, like, intercontinental heavyweight type guys. You were looking at it like it's a whole different division with a title that's just as important as the world title because the matches were so fantastic. And it limited to like, oh, yeah, these guys can go into it. These guys can go into it. We don't have to worry about that shit. We can just focus on this. And if you put the prestige of that back into the talent roster they have on WWE right now, dude, like you could have a fucking hell of a cruiserweight division and make that first hour of Raw like the old WCW or make like the first half hour, second half hour. So they like to lead.
And I really think Triple H, like his WWE, they can really make the cruiserweights actually matter.
Absolutely, dude. And like it's the roster's so ripe for it, dude. And if they do,
I feel like Speed is like AEW Rampage. I agree with that.
Fair, absolutely.
That's a very good comparison. Danny in the live chat. I feel like Speed is a pointless show. WWE is just getting back on track. They need to more focus on Raw and SmackDown, then focusing on show with 3-minute matches. Same with AEW Rampage.
Bingo, exactly. Danny Hawkins with the fucking win. Yep.
It's just a waste. It's really just a waste of time. Like, you have guys like Donovan Dijak sitting in catering. He should be like wrestling on Raw.
Absolutely, man.
It's crazy.
It's so weird. It's so weird what they're doing, but it's new. It's a new footing. It's a new trajectory. Let's give it time. Let's watch it grow legs. I mean, we're in the first. WrestleMania was the start. It was the end and the beginning of the new. So it's right now. Let's see.
You can watch Rampage once every 3 months, and you won't get lost because of lack of story. Exactly. It's just random matches that don't really matter. You know what the outcome is.
It's Sunday Night Heat.
Oh, we got Jeremy in the chat here. Also, I know I'm biased, but Cruz del Toro and Joaquim not being in that Mania ladder match was a crime. Would have stolen the show. Dude, that one spot with the catapult on the ropes, that would have been a WrestleMania moment right there. And absolutely. I was just as mad as friggin' you were with that because they really deserved that opportunity.
Absolutely, man. And they really would have put something in that match that was missing. And it should have never been missing. You need those spots and guys who can do those spots to make it exciting and have those big moments, especially at WrestleMania.
And that's the thing, man. Like, that ladder match, having that spot would have been so huge. And, like, I really wish that, like, they would use Joaquim more because he's so talented. Like, DJZ, I loved his work in TNA. Even he did a lot of stuff with Blitzkrieg during the early days. And he was putting on great matches. I remember watching him versus John Silver, who's in AEW right now, with Dark Order. He's such a talented individual. Like, I really wish that they would give him and Cruz more opportunities.
And again, with the big point of look how good some of this roster is. And
they should have never broke him up with Santos. They should have never broke him up.
Absolutely not.
But I will say though, Humberto and Garza, they have actually been really good with Santos.
Oh yeah, they're great workers too, man. But like, I don't know, man. I still think that like Danny was saying, dude, like instead of putting these waste shows together, dude, like work on Raw and SmackDown, then move on.
Yeah. And we also got Jeremy, DJZ versus Fire Ant was one of the better Blitzkrieg matches of that year. I remember seeing that. That was a really good one. And especially like the presentation too. Like, I don't know. I feel like with WWE, like they've just had him like just be a character in the background. And that's the thing. Like if you watch his work in TNA as Zima Ion or DJZ, like just his presentation, like I remember him coming out to like the DJ music and then having like the light up freaking mask and like just, oh my goodness. Like that's like what's missing in WWE and AEW and TNA and all these big wrestling promotions right now. That's like one thing I really miss about old school is like just the larger than life, like costumes.
Yeah, the entrances, everything being grand. Because I mean,
Ric Flair, like with the robes, Macho Man.
Oh
man,
ravishing
larger than life,
dude. Even something as simple as fucking Kurt Hennig coming out with a towel flip and the gun, man. Like everything was so fucking smooth, dude. Like Rick the Model Martel with his fucking like the beautiful scent shit, dude. Like the perfume, like you had dude, fucking even Dusty Rhodes' horrible black polka dot gimmick, man. With fucking Sapphire, work. Man. Like, he made it work, dude. It's Dusty Rhodes.
Gold Dust, too, like, during, like, the Attitude Era.
Gold Dust, like, for me, is one of the fucking MVPs of WWE for the simple fact that his character transcended the time when his character came out, and that motherfucker should have had a world title run, dude. Like, the shit he did with Razor was off the fucking charts. Piper's fucking shit with WrestleMania 12, dude. Like,
WrestleMania, that was a good one.
Gold Dust was on another fucking level, man. Then, and it just sucks because the Attitude Era, it just kind of went down with him at that point. He's never been the same since, dude. But like his early shit from I'd say like 95 to 98, dude. Like was especially the 95, 96 Gold Dust, dude. When he first came out, like. He was phenomenal. I remember going to a Springfield show in like 96, dude, and they had all that shit falling from the ceiling, and I picked some up off the floor, dude, and I put it on my like notebook cover at school, dude, and taped it because I thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever.
That is
Gold
so
Dust
cool.
Flakes, dude. You know?
Yeah. Alex Johnson in the chat. Liv and Dom should be called the ex-cons if they form an alliance together.
That's great.
Oh, Phil, something about Alex Johnson. He
Okay.
loves Liv Morgan.
Okay, fair.
And right now, he's on his high horse because he just found out about Liv Morgan being single now. So he's really trying to shoot his shot.
Ooh.
And remember, Alex, you can't take the shots that you don't take.
There we go. I mean,
valuable lessons.
Yeah. I mean, we're playing fucking Love Connection now, dude. Chuck Woolery, 2-2.
Are you the one? Danny, how do you guys feel about AEW? I feel like it's gone creatively downhill. We actually were talking about this a little bit earlier in this live.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I haven't watched enough, dude, as of late. I'll be honest. I love Swerve as champion. I love that he got the belt, and I love that he's getting his flowers. I want to see more of Copeland's stuff. And I mean, I've loved Christian in AEW for a while. I think he really reinvented himself, and really his heel shit's phenomenal, dude.
And I will say, too, I think injuries really don't help right now with AEW because Kenny Omega's technically on the sidelines. MJF, probably the most entertaining guy that they have. I think he's the GOAT in AEW, and he's not there.
Absolutely.
Adam Cole, because remember, they were main eventing AEW All In at Wembley, and they had everybody invested in that storyline until, unfortunately, I say it, timing is everything in pro wrestling, and man, they picked the wrong time to have Adam turn on MJF because they're both hurt.
Yep, absolutely.
And now they lost all that momentum that they built in 2023.
Absolutely, dude. I couldn't agree more, man. Like, I was excited at first about that eventual slow heel turn, and it got rushed, and then the injury, and it just fell off. Like, I don't even know what's happening with it anymore, man. Like, it's...
Dude, the problem is with AEW is they just can't make their mind up, I think, when it comes to, do you want to go down the professional wrestling route, like New Japan, and focus on, like, treating this like a sport? Or do you want to do the storytelling, not do the matchmaking? And it's like they're both, like, you can't do both. You can't.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to attract a casual fan and gain, like, momentum during...
Because then it confuses the casual fans like yourself.
Yeah.
Just like this guy right here, Ben, that's in the chat. Nice setup, Phil. And Alex Johnson here. I don't miss any shots.
Ho-ho! Look at that, dude. Look at that. I expect to see, like, a nice little, like, Twitter fucking shout-out or something to Liv being, like, shooting your shot right now, man.
That's right. He's got the tux on, too. He's ready to shoot his shot. That's right. Just don't make sure the tux isn't choking you, buddy. We got Daddy in here. I love Swerve, but he doesn't feel like a big deal on the shows, and that's horrible because he's champion. I disagree. I disagree with that. I already said it, Daddy, and this is my hot take. I think Swerve right now is a better world champion than Cody and Damian as of May 23rd. I know it's going to change eventually because AEW, they can't keep the momentum forever. But as of right now, they've made Swerve matter a lot more than Cody and Damian. And you can't tell me otherwise.
I think it's stalling out. Like, the Damian shit just doesn't feel like... It feels like a mid-card title, and it's
Angelo,
a world title.
I watched the highlights of AEW, and it was good this week. I actually didn't watch AEW yet. I still got to watch it. Usually I watch it, but, man, with AEW, with friggin' First Class Week, it has been crazy. We got Jeremy in here. Dude, I may be the minority, but I think AEW storylines have been fine, and even if they weren't, that's not really why I love AEW. Their bell-to-bell is so good. That right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That right there is what I've been trying to say for the longest freaking time.
There you go.
I think the story, and I said this, Jeremy, too, earlier. I think ever since they wrote Tony Khan off and the Elite have taken over AEW, it's been really freaking good. And all the pay-per-views, they do still deliver. And I think the reason why AEW gets so much shit is because people just think it's the cool thing right now to just shit on AEW.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah,
like back in the day, like you talked about in like old episodes of Old School versus New School. Like it was so cool to go to school wearing a DX shirt or doing the Suck It NWO shirt. Like that was the cool thing. So I feel like a lot of people just hate on AEW for the simple fact that it's the cool thing to do. But here's the thing. The casuals don't know that AEW is good right now because of the bad television that we got the last couple of months.
That's where I'm at, man. I had bad television happen and I felt abused and I went and hid in the corner. But no, in all seriousness though, like I got bored with it for a while, and it just seemed like it was going nowhere, and I stopped watching. And then I just read on the dirt sheets what happened, or I'd watch like a highlight show, or if I'd want to see like the Will Ospreay match or something like that, I'd go watch the match. And that's the beauty of AEW that I will say is, if I want to just watch a match because I know it's going to be great and they booked a great match, I can go and watch it at any point. I don't care if I already know what happens. I'm just there to watch it. AEW gives me more moments like that than any company.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think to the people that are watching AEW, like from writing Tony Khan off to now, you can't deny that AEW, like, it's actually been pretty decent television. Because the one thing everybody complained about was there's no storylines going into these matches. Yet, going into Double or Nothing, we have 3 very solid storylines. No, 4. 4 solid storylines going into this. And this is something that we've all complained about, yet we're getting it and we're still shitting on it because it's the cool thing to do.
I agree, man. Like I said,
and Jeremy here, tell me a single AEW pay-per-view that has missed. Even their meh ones are better bell to bell. Insane.
Oh, dude, the matches are always...
Dude, the pay-per-views never miss. I never regret not spending $40 on a pay-per-view.
I remember me and you talking on past episodes, dude, that like it's never been the matches problem for me, or like Ben or even Danny. Like, they put on bell to bell some of the best fucking most entertaining pay-per-views on the planet. It's just that, like, I don't know why these guys are fighting, and part of me loves that aspect of wrestling where, like, I like the storyline going in for it to mean something. So, like, I don't know, I got to shut that part of my head off to fully appreciate it. And I just wish they could do both. But at the same point, too, though, I love watching what they come up with in the ring, because some of those matches are just, like, fucking ungodly amazing. It reminds me of TNA.
And that's the thing, like, I want to say, too, like, about the storylines. I think watching highlights and clips don't really do justice for AEW. And that's something that they do have to work on, because like, if you do watch the television show from 8 to 10, you actually sit there for the 2 hours and watch it, you're definitely going to be entertained, because you're going to get solid matches. You know you're going to get guaranteed great matches. And especially with the little good storylines that they're doing right now, sprinkling them in, like, it's actually pretty solid television. I think.
I tell you what, you sold me.
Because one thing, dude, with the Elite, I'm going to say this right now. With the Elite, one thing that I really like that they've done, they're showing little details, something that they haven't done in the longest time. Jack Perry, they showed the New Japan clips of him freaking going in there. They really showed, like, everything that happened after the whole CM Punk incident with him. They're actually making it make sense. And then you have the EVPs, the Young Bucks. They're getting themselves involved in every storyline in some capacity. Like with the Swerve thing, they've been having Swerve be like pretty much an asshole to them because that's their boss, and they be finding him. And then you have Christian and him like building the relationship. I think AEW's been pretty good, and I think some people do have to give it a shot. But let's see here. Alex Johnson, speaking of shots, I will never miss a shot on Liv Morgan. Well, I think there's a lot of people that are shooting their shots, Alex, so you better be ready to block some freaking baskets. Danny, bro, his first match on TV after he beat Joe is against Kyle Fletcher, who is at the time hasn't won a match since November. Yes, that was like the only time, but then wasn't that the episode that Tony Khan was still on AEW TV? I'm talking about after Tony Khan got written off of TV. Has AEW really been that bad? Because I don't think so. Yeah, no, Swerve is not a better champion than Cody, maybe Damian. You see, that's the problem, Angelo. You just said not that long ago in the comments, and this is a casual right here, you don't watch AEW, so how do you know? What has Cody realistically done since winning the championship? They had the opportunities, but they just have done stupid random tournaments, and they're having Logan Paul go against them.
That makes no sense to me, and especially making a title versus title. That's weird to me. That I don't know why they want to do that, but they're doing it. I think the Cody shit. It's been what, like 60 days, 50 days since WrestleMania. It's not going to be as exciting right away. We got to give it time, and I think over time the reign might be good. But right now, yeah, it feels boring because a lot of the guys that made that boom into Mania 40 are injured or gone.
There's a lot of injuries right now that I think a lot of people aren't also considering on both sides.
Yeah.
with
Absolutely.
WWE even too. Like, I will admit that. I think that a lot of the injuries, that's why like Cody right now is just in mediocre storylines.
Well, then again, dude, ready? Show me a challenger that feels right now. Can you name one?
Gunter.
Gunter, see, but that's Raw
But
brand.
a little too soon for that because you want him to win the championship.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, though. Like
AJ Styles, they could have built a story with AJ.
They could have did a program for a while.
They should have had him beat LA Knight.
There's no when Roman had the belt, there was the story of Sammy chasing, and Sammy was attached to the Bloodline. There was Cody, which lasted 2 years. There was the Usos, which are managed with the Bloodline themselves. They're related. The matches were all like part of this giant storyline. What do we got here? Wow.
I watched too much corny to ever enjoy AEW without picking it apart. Yeah, dude, Jim Cornette, I will say, like, his takes are pretty funny. Do I agree with them? Not all the time, but that's a good comment. If you want to see someone pick at AEW even more than Jim Cornette, go watch Vince Russo, which I'll never watch him,
but God, dude.
But even worse, go watch Eric Bischoff. Because he's tearing them apart.
He like makes some good points sometimes, though,
man. They do make good points.
They really do, dude.
They do. There's good storylines for almost every match for this weekend. That I agree with. And we got Angelo. Donnie, you switched up on me. It'll forever be Jungle Bitch for me. Yeah, I'm a bandwagon, dude. Ever since the Scapegoat character, I've been really behind Jack Perry. And, dude, I pulled a 180 there. Like, yes, I didn't like what happened with the CM Punk incident. He instigated it. He was at fault for the situation. I will always believe that. But I always say in this business, if you want to become a big star, you have to be selfish. And, man, Jungle Boy, he put himself in the best position in his career by getting into a fight with CM Punk because everybody's talking about him. He's a part of the Elite, one of the hottest storylines right now in AEW. He's a part of it. And him going even to New Japan got people talking. If he never got into that shoot fight with CM Punk and never made the real glass reference, he'd probably still be competing for the FTW championship.
That's just 100% truth.
Why do you think Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest of all time? He was a fucking dickhead.
Fair.
MJF, why do you think he's in the position that he's in? He almost quit. He literally quit AEW because they weren't using him right, and then he took his ball and went home.
Yeah. Yep.
John Cena, the storylines in the PG era are coming out. A lot of wrestlers saying like, oh, I didn't get the world championship because John Cena politicked this. It's unfortunate that the business is like that, but that's just how it is, unfortunately, and it shouldn't be like that.
No, I think it shouldn't at all. I really hate that aspect of it. I think that's toxic as shit. But like, you know, what can you do, man? It's everyone's in it I don't know. I like the idea of locker room camaraderie and rooting each other on. I like to believe that's a real thing that stays everywhere. But you're right. There are people that politic. There are people that ruin it, man. But like, I'd like to think there's more people like that than there are people like what we're talking about now.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think there are more people that are selfless, which is why I think the business is going in a really good direction, honestly. Because one thing I will say about like the Northeast, when it comes to independent wrestling, all of these guys are rooting for each other. They want what's best for each other. And I think that's why I love Blitzkrieg Pro so much, because it's a family vibe. And that's how it should be everywhere. And that's why it makes me sick saying that, oh, like in this business, you have to be selfish to succeed. And it's just really unfortunate. Man, it
half
sucks.
The people with those,
it
half
really
the people
sucks.
that have those mentalities, that selfish mentality, and if they have it on the indies, dude, they're going nowhere, in my opinion, man, because you can't do that. You can't do that, dude. Like, you're going to be stuck for 50 people your entire career. Then you can have guys who are the nicest motherfuckers on the planet that everyone's rooting for, and we're all pushing for each other to fucking see each other on TV. Like, I remember going to the AEW fucking Sasha Banks show, the Monet show, and seeing TJ, seeing Bryce, and like fucking Godek was there. I was there. Fucking a few other fucking Blitzkrieg people were there. And we're fucking yelling at these guys because it's like, shit, dude, that's fucking awesome. Good for them. And they're all cheering each other on too.
I always make sure, like, when I'm going to these, like, AEW shows beforehand, I'm always sitting in the crowd because I want to watch TJ Crawford. I want to watch Bryce
Amen, bro.
Donovan, Bobby Orlando. Like, I want to see these guys because they're sitting there busting their asses every weekend. Doesn't matter. It could be in front of nobody. They're still going to give it everything they got.
And that right there is the mentality that I think deserves to make it. And that's why I think the Northeast, like you're saying, is the absolute best territory on the Indies because, like you said, everyone's rooting for each other. And there's such a camaraderie between these guys, whether it be them traveling together or doing all these shows up here in this territory. We all want to see them make it because they're just fun. They're good people. You can tell that, like, there's a good dynamic in the locker room.
Dude, they all have such big hearts. Seriously.
Amen, dude. Amen.
And we got Jeremy back in here. My only real grip with AEW is the tag division. There's so many dope teams, but we only get to see the same 4, maybe 5 at top. I agree, man,
too.
because the Acclaim, they were so over. Our buddy Max Caster, so over. And then, what? They throw him in the trios division.
Dude,
now
it's right.
They're doing nothing.
FTR, Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers, fucking the Acclaimed, and maybe one more. Like I'm with him on that, dude. Like I want to see other teams. They have so many fucking good ones, man. Like,
dude, bring back Bobby Fish, man. I want him and Kyle O'Reilly back. Red Dragon.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We got Danny in here. I feel like Forbidden Doors shouldn't be a thing anymore in AEW because throughout the year, how Man Time does a CMLL or New Japan talent appear makes it less enjoyable.
That's not a bad take. I get it.
Like, I don't mind the fun dream matches and stuff when it comes to Forbidden Door. But my only problem is when after Forbidden Door, we're getting Ring of Honor title matches. We're getting IWGP Eliminator matches. CMLL guys are showing up on Rampage. Like, I don't care. Don't care.
And like I said, it made me a casual fan, and now I can't even be a casual fan. But from hearing what you, Leary, like I respect.
Like that's like the one. That's the one show that TK should be allowed to just do match booking. That's all we need for those shows. They don't need any storylines, and it's annoying because the one time AEW will give us storylines is Forbidden Door, and it's like, we don't want that. We want AEW versus AEW storylines.
Yeah.
It's like they're doing the complete opposite. Well, we already went through that. Oh, there we go. Angelo, it's not title versus title. It's only for Undisputed. Yes, WWE.
I thought it was title versus title. My bad.
Not anymore, but WWE, they're literally backed in a corner and they found a little hole and they were able to escape it. Sooner or later, they're going to get exposed because one thing, man, I think I'm going to do a whole episode of hot takes on this. I was talking to Ben about this and Ricky, even during First Class Week. Dude, I think that WWE, nobody's talking about this. And I think that WWE, remember when Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble? He was going to go against Seth Rollins for the championship. The fans hated that because they wanted Cody to finish the story. Then they were literally stuck in a corner. So then during the whole kickoff thing, they found a little hole and they were able to get out of that by having a tag match at WrestleMania night 1 and then have Cody finish the story to make everybody happy. Now with Logan versus Cody, it was supposed to be title versus title and everybody was talking negative about that. So then what do? Contract negotiation. They found a hole. Logan Paul pretty much has his attorney say, like, we're not having the U.S. title on the line. And I think sooner or later, there's not going to be a hole for WWE to escape. And I think a lot of people are going to start to catch on pretty soon.
Damn, bro. That's a damn good hot take that they're listening to the fans too much.
I just blew your fucking mind.
You did, man. Boom. There is. You got to find that happy medium. You're right. There we go. There we go, buddy.
And it scares me. I'm glad that WWE was able to find those holes. But eventually, they're not going to be able to find them.
Donnie,
you have such a sick fucking mind.
I mean, I'm really glad that WWE found those holes too. I mean, I remember when we first found out about Vince McMahon finding those holes.
All right, let's get back. Danny, don't forget, Donnie is the one who thinks Elio is mid. Laughed my ass off. Well, Danny, you need to spell mid right. You put miss. That's the thing. Like, I will always say this. Elio is so fucking talented in that ring. I'm never going to take anything away from him from that. But I'm just not a fan of his promo skills. I'm not a fan of the presentation of his character. It's just another wrestler to me.
He looks like my ex-girlfriend's former husband, whose name was Greg. So I called him Violent Greg for the first, like, fucking 2 years, dude. But, like, I get it. I get what your take is on it, man. I think his bell-to-bell match, dude, is his ring work's fucking phenomenal. I like his entrance. He reminds me of Shinsuke Nakamura a lot, dude. Like, I think if used correctly, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. But if they slip on it, it's going to be just like Shinsuke.
Give me a manager with him. Pair him up with William Regal. That will get me interested.
Again, you're writing.
Some guys just need to have that mouthpiece. Some guys just need to have a valet or a manager. It does justice. And we got Brian Cutler in the chat. What do you think of SummerSlam 2026 being 2 nights? I'll let you answer this one because this was me and Ben's main event topic, which will be on the We Are Wrestling podcast tomorrow.
I think making SummerSlam the 2 nights is a good idea, but is that going to lead into Royal Rumble being 2 nights, with 1 night being the women's, 1 night being the men's? That's my question.
No, give me 2 men Royal Rumbles. We can 60 man Raw Superstars night 1, SmackDown night 2.
SummerSlam being 2 nights. I mean, I feel like it's kind of pushing it, dude. I think WrestleMania being 2 nights is great. They made me appreciate it. They made me like it. And I don't know. I don't think it's needed, honestly. I think 1 3-4 hour show would be phenomenal. I mean, if they can prove me wrong, that's fantastic, dude. But I think it's about the money right now.
And I'm going to tell you. So earlier today, Ben sent me a message of the article for SummerSlam 2026 with the announcement. And he didn't know it was 2026. So he messaged me and he goes, "Oh my God, bro, SummerSlam 2 nights. Like, this is fucking awesome." And then I had to tell him, I said, "Ben, this is in 2026. And he says, "What the fuck?" And
Poor
that's
Ben.
The thing. Like, I don't
God.
understand. Like, we don't even have like 2025 SummerSlam planned. So like,
right.
This is like the most random news that came out today. We're getting 2 nights in 2026.
Well, if they're already set, I mean, this year's isn't going to be 2 nights, obviously. But are they really planning that far ahead where they're knowing that the PLEs, the big 4, like your Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, will all be as big as WrestleMania almost? Is that what TKO is thinking about? Because
Dan,
making it 2 nights,
you are the fucking goddamn man. Shout out to Dan right there. He got me the Cruel figure. Let's fucking go. I am so happy about that.
What show would it be of old school versus new school without me saying, if you don't know Cruel, Cruel has everything. Cruel is my favorite wrestler on the indies right now. And I thank Jeremy for seeing him at the Restable and saying, I'm going to bring this Cruel guy
Jeremy. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
For blessing the Maniacs with that match with Bronson. Thank you, Jeremy.
Everything that man fucking does, dude, is perfect from bell to bell. The minute his entrance and this dude, he's a spectacle. And it's so fucking awesome to watch. Like I said, he's my favorite person to bring to the ring because if not bringing a wrestler, I feel like I'm introducing a gladiator game. He is a spectacle. That's what Cruel is. And I fucking love Cruel. Done.
Guys, if you don't know who Cruel is, I'm telling you this right after this live stream, or if you're just listening to this just afterwards, go look him up. Highly recommend. You guys are not going to be disappointed. And
Absolutely
this is old school versus new school. He is literally the perfect mix of an old school guy and a new school guy. And that's why it's so fucking awesome.
it's again, I am a fucking mark for Cruel. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. We got Angelo here. That just means that they are listening to the fans, unlike Vince. I mean, we didn't get much. We wanted Vince. Okay, but here's the thing, Angelo. The fans are not always right. They're not always right. And WWE, like AEW, this happened exactly to Tony Khan. The fans didn't like something back in the early beginning of AEW. Tony Khan would get thrown in the corner. He found some holes. He was able to get out of certain things. But then eventually, it all caught up to him. And now, look at where AEW is right now. Because they listen to the fans. And remind you, they're not the casuals.
Now, that's where you got to find the balance.
Yes, they have to find the balance. And I think Triple H right now, the more this stuff is coming out, I feel like he's leaning more towards the fans than the business side of it. And I think eventually it's going to catch up, and I hope it doesn't, because I love what WWE's doing right now, but you can't always listen to the fans. Remember when we thought that Gunther, they buried him because they changed his fucking name?
Absolutely, dude. So from Walter to Gunther, it was like, oh, he's done. Keith Lee's going to make it. Poor Gunther.
And look what happened. Everybody loves him. And he's about to be going for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep. And look at Keith Lee, the one who is like, oh, we feel so bad.
Have you noticed that so far every WWE superstar aside from Rhea that Logan has been on Impulsive, he ends up in a feud with and eventually in a match? I never thought of that.
That's a good point, dude.
It's only a matter of time, I feel like, before we get Logan Paul and John Cena. I really want to see that.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be fun.
I wish we can get Elio and Vinci versus Luick and Gunter. I don't even know what the hell's going on with Vinci right now. Like, I know that he's been kind of written off ever since Kaiser wrote him off. But that would be interesting. And here we go. Did you guys hear about King of the Ring winners getting a title shot at SummerSlam?
Yep.
Yes, we did talk about that. We got Dan in here. Let's fucking go. Drove in home, but I got you. Well, Dan, I hope that you didn't chug down a lot of beers before you got on that road, man. Because
he's not driving; he's droving home.
He's droving home, so that's okay.
Droving home. Danny's droving home.
That's just Tony Khan marked ass. But that's the that's the thing though. You can't deny it, except for Rhea and Triple H. But that's the thing though. Like, you can't deny, like, dude, like Triple H, like, you have to, like, we don't know everything when it comes to pro wrestling.
No.
The reason we do these podcasts and stuff is to just open up discussions and conversations, because it's always fun to fantasy book something. And hey, I'm sorry, but if I'm going to call AEW out on the bullshit, I will call WWE out as well.
It's only fair journalism, man. If you're going to call something out, call it out for everybody. There's certain likes that people have, certain dislikes people have. But one thing we can all agree on is wrestling is in a boom, and that's great for everyone. There's more options for us to watch. There's more. Like, the indies have IWTV, dude. Like I said on various old school.
Absolutely worth $9.99 a month.
Absolutely. Because you know why? I used to have to trade tapes in the back of the Wrestler magazine with RST Video, dude. I used to have to do tapes by mail to watch indie shit. So to be able to have a catalog at my fingertips right now that I can stream to my television and watch whenever I want and pick up some of the best matches you'll see on TV, dude.
Dude, I love the documentaries that we get on IWTV. Just that, let alone, makes me so interested. And we are wrestling, man. We're always in the front row for Blitzkrieg Pro shows. And I'm telling you guys, if you're not in the Western Mass area, I am highly encouraging you guys to really check out a Blitzkrieg Pro show on IWTV. Promise you guys it's not going to disappoint. Promising you guys. That's how confident I am with Blitzkrieg, man. With how talented what you guys are doing. It's fantastic.
Absolutely, man. I've given him his flowers before, dude. What Leary's done with that company it's exciting, it's fun, it's fresh, and it's different. A family atmosphere, dude. It really just feels like, I've been doing shit with them now. Beforehand, I was working with other companies, just getting marketing sponsorship shit, and I worked a few shows, and I mean, dude, now I'm fucking ring announcing and still trying to bring in sponsors. Like, I feel like I've finally become not just part of the faithful, but part of the family, man. And it's beautiful. It's a fun thing. Like, it's something we all love doing, and we get together and put on an amazing fucking show, bell to bell every time. And I get to watch from the best seat of the house, man, right by the ring, dude. It's an honor to be there, man. It's some of the best work I've ever had.
And that's the thing, man. Like, for me, and like for We Are Wrestling, having this working relationship with Blitzkrieg has really opened up a lot of opportunities for us. And especially like after the show, getting to shoot the shit with the wrestlers and just celebrating, having a good time. Like, I love like the family vibes at Blitzkrieg. Like, I get to hang out with the same fans that I always get to see. Love watching Alan, one of, the loudest there,
Alan
jumping
Nato.
off his feet. I
Dude.
fucking love it.
That kid is fucking energy in a bottle, man. My
Dude,
God,
I love just the vibes. It's really just a family at the end of the day. It really is.
Absolutely, man. The faithful. That's why it's such a cool fucking term. It's because it's true.
It really is,
faithful to the
man.
product.
And we got Daddy in here. If I remember correctly, before Mania 39, I wasn't for Cody winning, but you and Ben convinced me. Laughed my ass off. Now he's stuck. You did say that, Daddy. Back in the old days on the podcast, you did say that. So I will give you your flowers right now. But this one, I definitely have to agree with you on this one. We Are Wrestling needs an exclusive show for IWTV.
Ooh, there we go, dude.
So if IWTV, if you're listening or watching this, I got an business email. I would love to negotiate and talk because I love everything that you guys are doing on IWTV, and having an exclusive show, I'd be down for it. I really would be down.
Best one, Donnie, man. Best one.
And even before the working relationship with Blitzkrieg, I was even subscribed to IWTV. Absolutely love it. Angelo, the plan is Drew versus Priest at Clash at the Castle. Who wins? Do we get Gunter versus Drew at SummerSlam or Priest versus Finn for the world title? See, that's the thing that's very difficult about all this. Man, like, with WWE throwing the whole championship thing with the winner of King of the Ring, really throws everything off here. Like, when it comes to SummerSlam, like, I still think it's going to be Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for the world championship.
I think that makes the most sense, honestly.
Because I think at Clash, Drew is going to the title. He's going to get screwed by CM Punk. And I think at SummerSlam, it's going to be Punk versus McIntyre.
Absolutely. And dude, that's the best way to go. It makes the most sense. And it gives a spotlight to Finn Balor and Damian Priest to really just put on a classic, man. And maybe we see the return of the Demon, which would be great TV.
And they always can have Gunter go against Cody at SummerSlam for the championship.
Mm-hmm. Find a way to make it happen.
Doesn't have to be the world championship. Just saying. And Angelo, I'm guessing Ben is happy that WrestleMania is on 420. I think Phil's very happy about that too.
Don't touch stuff.
Hey, I always say it's legalized. Daddy, I keep telling Donnie he should buy portable mics and interview talent that come through Blitzkrieg for the channel. Definitely something that I would be interested in doing. But a lot of the times with Blitzkrieg, what I try to do is, because obviously, like, it's a family vibe, so, like, whenever I'm going to the shows, the first thing I'm trying to do is just, obviously, I want to catch up with Jeremy, want to catch up with Phil, and then I love to go to the talents table and just shoot the shit with them, and just really not vlog it, because I don't always want to put a camera in somebody's face. Because at the end of the day, like, it's cool. Like, it would be cool to do some interviews and stuff, which I do plan on doing more, like, podcasting interviews, but hey, like, I look at these guys like family, and sometimes you want to just keep certain things, off the channel and stuff. And usually with the Blitzkrieg vlogs, I always like to do, like, a little theme. Just something different, like, let me bring some signs and fuck with some of these wrestlers. And I know they get a kick out of it.
Amen, man. And that's why
rock, paper, scissors. You almost got me killed by frickin' Brogdon Finley. You fucking prick.
Yeah, absolutely I did. That was fun. That was super fun. But that's the thing, man. You want to sit back and enjoy the show and enjoy the ride. and not make it all about capturing it for everyone else. You want to watch it for yourself too. And that's when you know there's a good product, because in the world where everyone's picking up their phones to record something or to put something that like they're going to show someone on Facebook that no one's really going to look at, but to sit back and go old school and just sit there and watch it and enjoy it and take that memory and live in that fucking moment, man, maybe snap a picture, dude. That just shows you, in my opinion, that's what Blitzkrieg does right. Is they're putting on matches and they're having shows where you're not really thinking about just taking your camera out to capture a moment. You're sucked into the moment.
Exactly. And man, that's why like I went from just doing normal vlogs to like going with the themes, because with the regular vlogs, man, with how talented these individuals are, like you're going to miss something. And at the end of the day,
absolutely.
like I want the Maniacs to subscribe to IWTV, because watching the full show, that's the real experience.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Bell to bell, it's always great. And I mean, you look at the cards when they release the images, and you see, what's Jeremy saying?
Jeremy said, unless we have grass is greener on 420, that's going to be tough.
Fucking dude, bro.
Jeremy. Oh, you're in a fucked up predicament,
Jeremy. Bro, I'll be honest, man. Like,
looks like we might be having the bidding war, Jeremy. Who's going to book Phil?
Bro, 420 Mania, bro. 420 Mania. Like, man, that's going to be a tough one for me, man.
Me and Jeremy, next Blitzkrieg show, we're going to do a rock, paper, scissors. Winner gets Phil for 420.
Like, I want to be in Vegas, bro. Like, the fact that it's in Vegas, it's on 420, and that's all I need. We'll see. I'm a little excited. I mean, that's a Mania this year. That was great. And I'm like, man, nothing's going to top this moment. Oh, Mania, 420 in Vegas. So this is how Phil dies. All right. I'm for it.
Man, everything you love, Phil, all into one day.
Absolutely, man, dude. Like, I'm going to have my entourage. Like, it's going to be fucking wonderful, man.
Where's that little sign that you had on the Around the Ropes podcast? Do you still have that?
It's over there. I don't have it with me. I can see it,
damn.
But I can't post it. Next time. I have a lot of weed board games. So, like, that's what he's talking about with they have little things like I love weed. I actually brought one to the roll-up in Worcester. I think I pulled it out. I don't remember. I was a little inebriated that day, just because I decided to sample the devil's lettuce for a little bit. But yeah, 420 Mania, dude, Jesus Christ, man. Like, that's too big of a decision.
Hey, you still got plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah.
Angelo, the only way I don't see Gunter fighting Priest at SummerSlam is if Randy wins King of the Ring, because Triple H did say for their respective brands. So, dude, Randy could beat Gunter, and then it could be Randy versus Cody. That's a moneymaker match.
That's a moneymaker match. They both
were a part of Legacy.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a good storyline, man. I like that idea. That's
unfortunately Ted DiBiase Jr. He's stuck in like tax fraud stuff, so he can't be the special guest referee for this one. So it's only going to be Cody and Randy. Let's see.
Oh
here.
Man,
did you guys see the Liv Morgan footage of the arrest?
I heard of it.
I actually did, and I will give a shout out to Danny, because I actually did watch his reaction to the Liv Morgan arrest. And I'm going to be honest, like, I don't like that, like, they're putting personal business out, like, online, especially if it's for fucking weed. Like,
oh, wait, now I'm interested.
Well, you can go to Danny Huckins PW, watch his reaction. It's actually really good.
Absolutely. I will do that after this, because now I'm interested.
Danny also does help the talent get their names out more. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, with We Are Wrestling, I don't always I don't even just go on YouTube to put these talent over with Blitzkrieg. I will post them on the We Are Wrestling social media pages. I'll retweet stuff, I'll like stuff, and I'll share stuff on the story. Because at the end of the day, they all got a dream, just like We Are Wrestling.
Absolutely, dude. Now, is it going to be featured on your OnlyFans too, Donnie?
Oh, we weren't supposed to make that announcement just yet. We're gonna wait until the end of the show.
Are we gonna stick with the cameo announcement, or are we going with Anything else there? Or are we going to wait for it all hush hush?
Well, for Cameo, I want to wait until at least I have 1,000 followers.
Okay.
And
All right,
not a
fair.
couple. We got to wait. We're not there yet. Baby steps. It's not a race. It's a marathon.
Baby steps, dude. Your death therapy cured me, you genius.
And here we go. Brian Cutler. Ooh, when do you think the Wyatt Six show up?
This weekend.
You think they're going to show up at
This weekend.
King and Queen?
King of the Ring. Yeah, I think this weekend. I think
Clash at the Castle. They're going to get that massive pop from the UK. They're waiting.
I think they're gonna. I don't know, man. It looks like I remember seeing something about all the things they've been doing with the QR codes and watching them, and a lot of it's leading like it's looking like it could be this weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be interesting.
Eric Rowan. Shout out to Eric Rowan for
Eric Rowan.
being
Yes,
back in the WWE, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Good for you, dude. Good dude.
I am
Solid
so happy
dude.
for him. WWE needs to get Manuel. I don't even know who that is. Are we getting a menu? Are we getting
Oh, they're learning how to drive stick. That ended with the McMahon area.
Manuel? I would save Cody versus Randy for Mania. It is a Mania match, but like SummerSlam is supposed to be the biggest blockbuster of the summer, and I feel like having a fun match with Randy versus Cody would be great. You could even have them be both baby faces. And then after the match, Cody could retain. Randy hits him with an RKO. There you go.
Yep.
And then that's when I will make the decision and say Cody Rhodes is a better world champion than Swerve. But right now, Swerve's a better champion as of May 23rd. And I always have to say the date for this because I don't want somebody to take this and make a whole clip out of it.
Oh, yeah, like 6 months from now.
Yeah, 6 months from now. And then they say, oh, this fucking AEW fanboy, this fucking Mark. The cops read her diary and they were like, gee, I wonder if she's into pro wrestling. Laughed my ass off. Yeah, Phil. So they did like, you're really going to want to watch this now when I tell you this.
Absolutely, dude.
So they're looking at her diary, right? And they're like, wow, she's into pro wrestling. And then she has like her boots. Because they're going through everything. And then for the long, like they're sitting there really trying to figure this out. And it took them a long minute. And then they saw something WWE and they're like, oh, she's in WWE. And then like you could tell like from like the way like the guy and the girl were talking, it was like, yo, we're going to steal this weed from this WWE superstar.
Oh my God.
Bill, I'm telling you, dude, you got to watch it. It's so good.
Absolutely watch this when I get out. When we get
I just hate that. I just hate that her personal stuff's out there, but it is definitely like must watch. And let's see here. We got Jeremy. All right, boys, fun chatting. Enjoy the weekend and wash your ass. Yes, sir.
Absolutely,
Always
sir.
use toilet paper. That's right.
Or a bidet if you could afford one. That would be
or
wonderful.
a bidet.
Oh my God, dude. They really know what they're doing overseas.
Is that why all
really
the WWE PLEs are going overseas?
Absolutely. They want bidets. They want to wash their asshole with a nice little bit of fucking cool water, dude. Like
Triple H is sitting there with his notebook. Oh.
Sitting there, what can I do to get the guys more productive? I tell you what, dude, bidets.
Yeah, so the bidet, the water shoots up his ass, and then he goes, damn, and then he spits the water up.
Oh, dude, up through the ass, out through the mouth, dude. It's the only time ass to mouth is allowed. Up
like
the
a
ass,
fucking
out the
elephant.
mouth, boom, there we go, dude. There we go. There we go.
Oh,
We got
this is great.
Bidet Triple H, dude. Up the ass and out the mouth.
Oh, okay. This makes sense now. So remember the guy in Legacy, the jobber there?
Oh, Manu!
Manu? No. I thought he said menu.
Okay. Manuel.
Oh, God. My brain is all scrambled up.
Christ is born, Manuel. Dude, I'm the one who smoked 2 joints on this fucking episode. You're sitting there fucking, come on, bro.
Dude, first
Don't make me
class
do math
week
right
is
now.
tough when you're a middle class. When you're in middle class trying to be first class, it's tough.
Oh, are you going through hard
The only
times,
person that understands my pain would be Kerwin White.
Oh, wow.
And his
Kerwin
caddy, Nick
White
Nemeth.
reference, Dude, I mean, I never thought I'd see the day where we were going to be talking about Kerwin
I
White
never
tonight.
thought
Wow.
my life could be this good.
Oh my God, dude. Ooh, that's a memory.
I can't believe Michael Cole actually came out to that song for the last like 5 or 6
God,
years.
All right, dude. Let's start wrapping this shit
Yeah,
up.
we
My
need
God,
to,
we've been out
man.
here for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm gonna scare
Like-
everybody if I sing Kerwin White's theme song. So, guys,
Yeah, that's
to
it.
all the We Are Wrestling. Ooh, hold up here,
Uh-oh.
real quick. This is the last one we'll answer. Donnie, are you actually gonna watch the show Saturday? Yes, I am. I will be live here on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel doing a watch along. It's gonna be my first Saudi show, watching it live time. So I'm actually very excited. I think that this has potential of being a really good PLE. So I will be live with Ben. It's going to be a good time. And come on, Angelo, don't expose me like that. Don't expose me like that. Come on. Come on. All right, this is where we close it off. Guys, let us, if you guys enjoyed this live old school versus new school, make sure to smash that like button now. We're definitely going to be doing more live streams like this moving forward, because I definitely want to expand more the live streams, not doing just watch-alongs. Definitely want to just start doing more shoot the shits. We're going to get Phil on here more often, bring in Ben, maybe even Ricky Knows Best once he gets a setup. Hopefully happens by the end of the year, and even Cam. But Cam might annoy a lot of people, so we might have to wait a while.
Oh, dude, he's going to be a heat magnet, dude. I'm fucking ready for it. He's our dirty Dom.
He's our dirty Dom,
dude.
Yes, he
What's
is.
his name again? What's his gimmick name? Do we have one for him yet? Cam,
Not
let's
yet.
see.
He calls
Creepy
himself Cam the
dude.
Ham.
Oh, fuck that. It's Creepy Cam. It's Creepy Cam right now. It's birth, dude. Creepy Cam. Let's get Creepy Cam on the fucking show, dude.
In the chat.
Dude, you see him at the shows, man, hugging up on everybody, getting all close, dude. I lifted him myself. Creepy Cam. It's born
Creepy
today.
Cam.
23rd. Creepy Cam.
If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac, get already subscribe, turn on the post notifications. If you're listening to the audio version, I highly recommend you guys to go over to the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel and subscribe, because
just see how fucking pretty we are.
Yeah, just come see how pretty we are. Like,
oh, seriously.
We know that you're turned on by like our voices.
Are you gonna make an ASMR fucking like We Are Wrestling show, dude? I'm here for it. Ready? Wait.
Get the ring bell. Trust me, our faces are pretty, so a lot prettier than Pretty Deadly. So come to the YouTube channel and check us out. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow Phil and I over on our social medias. And my other YouTube channel, I do toy reviews. If you can't tell, the background. So if you guys want to check all the good stuff out, links down in the description below. And to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are signing out. We are taking over.